This is for installation of a solid insert tire, and I'm going to describe what we have, the parts.
We have solid insert, the tire, and a vinyl cap.
A vinyl cap. Okay, so the first thing is the vinyl cap. Insert it with the outside facing out into the valve hole. Just push it through. Okay, and the first step is we have WD-40 here in a spray bottle, and the first thing you do is spray the tire generously with WD-40 in the inside of the tire. And do it over a garbage can so that it doesn't get all over the floor. Okay, once that's done, then you spray the tube generously. Okay, now we're going to begin the installation. First, you place the tire over the wheel. And what we're doing is just seating the lower lip onto the wheel so that the upper lip is open. Okay. Now, the next step is place the tire place the tube into the tire, just like that. Right. And now what you do is you want to press the tire down so that it seats into the rim. Okay. At this point, there's going to be a tight spot, so it takes two people. One person will have to hold it, and then the other side, you're going to push down until the tire seats. So that the tire is not fully on, but it's seated with the tube. Okay. Next step is get your WD-40. And you want to spray WD-40 generously on the edge. Okay, what we have here is these are bicycle tires, plastic. You could use any kind of bicycle tire, and this is the beginning stage of the installation. Okay, so what you want to do is just start it like a standard tire, and one person will hold the opposite end, and then you just kind of work the tire around. Now the first few tire irons that go in are going to have to be held into place until the tire actually begins to seat on the rim. And what we're going to do here is spin the tire around as one person holds the tire irons, then we add a few more. Okay, now the tire has seated, and we can start to remove a few of the tire irons that are on the inner. And once we have the seat started, then we can continue around. You just repeat the steps one after the other until the tire is 3/4 way onto the wheel. If the installation takes longer than a few minutes, the WD-40 will start to evaporate or dry up. At that point, you just want to spray a little more WD-40 onto the tire. The more lubricated it is, the easier it will be to get out. So what I do is just add a little bit more spray onto the wheel. This doesn't affect the carbon fiber or the tire. What I'm doing is just working one after the other, just alternating. Just spin the tire around. What we have here is the tire is seated on a hand rim. You could use anything to prop it up. You just want to kind of get stable on the ground so you have some support. Okay. Now if you can look here, we're down to two tire installation tires. So you have about a space about this big, and what we're going to do to seat the rest of this is use a steel motorcycle tire iron instead of these plastic bicycle irons. They're just not strong enough to seat the tire. So what we have set up here is a couple paper towels to help One, the tire will have to be held down by the other person. That's just to keep the WD-40 from getting everywhere. And then these are just used as to get some leverage onto the tire iron. Okay, now we're just going to spin here for the camera. Okay, you stand that right there. Oh, I see what you're saying.
You don't want to spin.
Okay, so
Keep it right where it is.
first you install one into the center. I'm using 3 tire irons. And then equally spaced, put the other 2 tire irons in place before you continue. Okay, first step would be to pull back the first tire iron while making sure that all the other tire irons are still in place. You want to do this slowly, because if you do it too fast, the metal ring on the tire might snap. It's a lot of tension. Okay, so once the first one is pulled back, you remove the plastic one and then have the other person hold that one. Noting that if it dries up, you want to add some more WD-40. Next, you do the far left steel tire hand rim, pulling it back slowly so the bead doesn't break. Okay, once that's pulled back, you remove the plastic, hold the steel, and then now for the final tire hand rim, you pull it back until it's fully seated on the rim, and then go ahead and finish the final lip of the tire. Now you notice that the tire will slip into the hand rim. At that point, the other 2 steels could be pulled back gently and removed, and then the final one could be removed. You just wipe your tire clean, WD-40, and that is solid tire insert.